Hi, my name's Anna. I'm the product manager at CareWise for the C-Track Galaxy system. This is a short training video on the setup and use of the C-Track Galaxy. If you have any additional questions, please do contact me at sales@carewise.com. When setting up the Galaxy, it is easier to insert the power cable to the screen when it is lying flat prior to sliding it onto the quick release bracket. Connect the probe cable to the right hand side of the screen and the other end to the bottom of the probe. To release the probe cable from the end of the probe, gently pull the release sleeve backwards to detach. Inside the probe contains a crystal and glass tube, so they are very fragile. If it is dropped or mishandled, it can break. To switch the system on, press the button on the centre of the screen until it lights up blue. If the computer does not switch on, ensure the power pack is switched on. The system then takes about 60 seconds to boot up. To the right of the power button is buttons to adjust the volume, and to the left is buttons to adjust the brightness. Once the software has loaded, it is recommended that you calibrate the system to ensure that it's working properly. To do this, you press Main Menu, System Test, and then Perform System Test. The system then prompts you to put the probe into the source holder and press OK. Whilst calibration is running, please try and keep the probe still. This takes around 30 seconds to complete, and you can see on the screen the date and time the system was last calibrated. Please note that the source used for calibration needs replacing every 18 months as it decays over time. If any errors occur during calibration, please refer to the manual's troubleshooting and error messages section for further information. Once calibration is complete, press the Count button to return to the main screen and use the system. The rate meter display in the centre of the screen gives a visual indication of the amount of radiation detected. You can change this display by clicking on the screen to show an analogue display or a counts per second over time. If the amount of radiation detected exceeds the scale, you may wish to increase the range. This changes the pitch to help the surgeon use the noise to locate the hot spot, but it does not change the true counts on the screen. You have an option of 0 to 100, 0 to 1000, 0 to 10,000 and 0 to 100,000. It is likely that you will only really need to use the first two scales during a procedure. Many surgeons like to take time counts of the injection site, background and specimens. To do this, use the bottom left-hand button and press Take Time Count. This will take a total number of counts within a 10-second window. After this, you can either press the Exit button or the system will reset to the count screen after a few seconds. To go back and view the timed count, press the View Timed Counts button and you will see all timed counts taken during a procedure. From this screen you can input patient name, ID or date and time, and you can save this data to retrieve at a later date or print if you have the printer option. You can also load previous saved counts data. If you do not save the counts will be lost when you turn the system off and on again. On this screen, you can also label the counts location and type by clicking on the associated column. You can choose in vivo, ex vivo and background left or right for location, and tumour, sentinel, primary or other for type. This button allows you to change the count time from the default 10 seconds to any other specified amount. The Enable Squelch button allows the user to find a hotspot and simultaneously auto-range to optimise detection of that hotspot and other sites of similar activity, whilst also removing background radiation. When Squelch is enabled, the range buttons will be disabled. To turn Squelch feature off, press the Disabled Squelch button. The button at the top right hand corner of the screen activates the Big Count screen. This enlarges the numeric feedback of the amount of radiation detected. To exit, click anywhere on the screen. The button at the top left hand corner of the screen, the question mark, launches an electronic user guide. To exit, press Exit User Guide. The final part on the count screen is the surgical information window. This displays information about which probe is being used and which isotope is being detected. When technetium-99m is selected, a toggle button will appear to switch to technetium-99m wide if radiation uptake is low. This will allow the probe to become more sensitive, but some directionality will be compromised to achieve this greater level of sensitivity. This is useful when radiation uptake is low. In the main menu, you will find options to perform calibration and also set up to select different probes if you have multiple, select isotopes if you are planning to use anything else other than technetium, to change the language and also the time zone. To safely turn off the system, please use the shutdown button.